How many times does it happen to you that you desire to connect with another person, and then in the moment you physically meet that person, the connection and communication feels a bit shallow or empty? There are situations in which you are talking to each other and nevertheless you feel miles away from each other. But because of the fact that we exchange words, we are used to believing that we are connected or that we communicate even when it feels like something important is missing. We shouldn't fool ourselves into believing that we really connect when just a sterile exchange of informations and prefabricated sentences between two brains takes place. Connection requires more than just words and an inauthentic eye contact. Connection cannot turn into a felt experience until the soul aspect of ourselves gets involved. And it is only actually when the soul aspect participates in the encounter that real exchange takes place and that communication is infused with depth and meaning. Moreover, what we desire to convey to the other person can really get through the body and travel far into his being when the soul connection is established, because this creates a consistent opening in the auric field through which not only our words, but also and most importantly, the intention and the energy behind those words can move deeper into the energetic field of the other and reach out, or better said, reach in. Otherwise, a lot of what we want to express will bump into some kind of defense walls, which are put on more or less unintentionally by the other person, and our words will fall to the ground, leaving the other person untouched or unaffected, and leaving us with an awkward sense of being separated, even though we spend time together and share the same space. We can practice how to establish a soul connection also from a distance. In fact, we don't need to see the person we want to connect with just physically. We can call forward to our mind's eye the soul aspect of the person we want to connect with, and then start to pay attention to any subtle sensation we feel and receive from that image. We will be informed about the current state of our relationship, and it is really incredible how many truths can be revealed when we open up to this process and to this way of connecting. If we approach it with a non-judgmental attitude, it helps us to lower our own defenses and the defenses of the other person, even if he or she is not physically present while we do that. And so it helps us to shorten the distance between us. And then what we are able to express verbally to ourselves or to the other person is more adherent to what is enclosed in our heart. It is possible indeed to communicate on a non-physical level with another human being and to sense the energetic truth of what is currently happening between us, even if we don't speak or meet. And this kind of connection and communication is not to be considered less effective or less important than the other one. It is possible to convey messages on a non-physical level to another human being and also to strengthen our soul connection, even while we are being physically distant from each other. Or, while being physically near to each other, we can split our attention so that with one part of it we address the soul behind all the words which are exchanged, and we keep awareness on that level. We live in a time where technology gives us a lot of means for connecting with people, but there is no technology which can replace the use of our heart in intentionally addressing the soul of who is in front of us. And as soon as we rely too much only on what we can read or see or touch with our physical senses, we risk to reduce the awareness of our interaction, and so to make out of it a superficial and unfulfilling experience.